to the Modern Skein podcast. My name is Sharon Graff, and I am the owner of the Modern Skein, which is a yarn shop here in Montgomery, Texas.
And I'm Becky, store manager at the Modern Skein.
Welcome. Hello. I honestly have no idea what number this is. 100 and something.
Yep. That's about all I know.
It's probably getting close to like 100 and...
Maybe like
10?
10, yeah, maybe. We'll find out.
I'm not sure. This is probably going to be a long one. I mean, it can only be so long.
Yeah.
But
we are limited based on when we open.
Yes.
But
we have so many things to share with you guys because we are filming this like a couple days before Yarn Trail, but it will be live when you are watching it. Yarn Trail is happening or just started. So we wanted to go ahead and take the time to show you the new things we have in store for the Yarn Trail. And then we have just our stuff that we're working on and everything else. So let's get started. We're going to start with, and I say this, and I'm going to backtrack. Yarn Trail, yes, obviously the most fun is in person. However, we do have all of the trunk shows going to be online. You can shop them online. All of the stuff that we're showing you guys, unless it's sold out, is available online. So don't feel like you're missing out because you're not local or maybe you have to work and you just can't make it in. It's okay. You can treat yourself online and still participate. So first off, we're going to start with finished objects.
I actually have an FO over there.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I do. I was thinking I didn't have any.
Yes.
Yay.
I don't remember if I shared this or not. We were trying to rack our brain. And we both hate rewatching the podcast, so...
I'm totally fine being on a camera. I do not like listening to myself in a recording.
No.
That's my weird boundary.
I will talk in front of people. I will talk to a camera all day long. Will not watch myself. So, that's why Josh edits these. Thank you so much, Josh. This is the Sunday morning wrap. I really don't think I had it finished.
I think you were very close, but it was not quite done.
I know for sure it wasn't blocked. This is the Sunday morning wrap, and I could be totally wrong, and it's all done. Sunday morning wrap by Espace Tricot. I'm going to bring that a little bit closer to you guys. This is the colorway Navy Heather. Very simple, nice, mindless project. Now that I'm saying it, I do feel like I've said this before, but it's, such a good project. I would recommend it twice. This is 3 skeins of Kilbourne Woolens Scout. You could just as easily use a superwash or a variegated yarn as well, but there's just something extra cozy about this in Scout. Scout's the most amazing yarn. We are fully stocked in all the colors of Scout, so pick any color you want and do this wrap. I highly recommend it. Yeah, you do have to cast on a whole bunch of stitches, but it's knits and purls and knit through the back loop or purl through the back loop 90% of the knitting. So very nice, mindless, meditative type knit, and you end up with a gorgeous, very wearable, very cozy, snuggly piece. So again, this is the Sunday morning wrap by Espace Tricot. It is a free pattern, and I did have to go down personally needle size to get gauge because that's just, I'm a looser knitter. It's just what it is. But yeah, I love it. It was a great vacation knit too, So, I'm going to show these real quick.
Yeah.
Because we got these samples for Yarn Trail. One we get to keep in store and the other one will go on to restock Fibre for its home. But both of these were knitted by one of our amazing customers, Diane, who just loves to take on intense projects.
Like this.
This gorgeous round beauty. So this is the Samon, Samon, shawl by Shimizu. I'm probably butchering it. The pattern is not available on Reverie. I say that you can search it and it will come up, but the pattern is only available in a book called Textured Knitting, I think. Treasure knitting. But if you it says, if you look it up on Ravelry, the shawl, Samon, it will tell you the name of the book that it's in, and there are a few places online that you can order the book. It looks extremely difficult, and I'm not saying it's not a difficult pattern, but it's just some little brioche sections here, and then this is cabling, but it's that look you're getting is all from twisted stitches, which is really, really beautiful. She used cottage sock in French waistcoat for the main color, and Sharon's palette for the contrast for the I-cord bind off. The pattern does call for an I-cord bind off, but she did shorten it up just by a few rows because she was getting low on yarn and she didn't want to bust open a 4th skein to use just a tiny bit of it. So, and then she did do the bind off in the contrasting color again to save on some yarn. But it's gorgeous. Lovely, lovely round shawl. If you're into pie shawls or the circular shawls, this is definitely kind of one of those fun passion projects that you could do.
And it's just, I mean, I'm sitting over here admiring the backside of the work too.
Oh yeah.
Because you get the backside of that brioche, and then again, you got that kind of textured, the backside of the twisted cables.
I definitely recommend hard blocking.
Yeah.
She did want me to take it home and just block the snot out of it, as she called it, and it opened up beautifully. Even though it's not truly lace, it almost takes on a lace type quality.
You get all of those beautiful, like, you can kind of see one here. I don't know if that's gonna, but you can like see like the increase rows in like the best way. It looks like a, I mean, it becomes
it's
kind of a
lacy
detail.
Yeah,
so good.
That and where the cables kind of crisscross. So again, gorgeous piece we have for the yarn trail, and then it goes on to its forever home and a Red Stag Fibre trunk shows and shows. I believe he's taking this to DFW, so if you're going to DFW, you can check this beauty out for yourself at his booth. And another beautiful piece that Diane surprised us with. Make sure this is the right side. This is the beautiful, I always get the name wrong, Rain or Shine by Stephen West. So this is a gorgeous fluffy mohair beauty done by taking 5 colors of mohair and marling them kind of into a somewhat fade, but marling them together. And then you have these little, not drop stitches, but like elongated slip stitches, creating almost like a very faint honeycomb pattern. So she used all colors of Biche and Buche, which is perfect timing because we just got in all of our Biche and Buche mohair that we were waiting on in customs for forever. So it's finally arrived, and the colors she used in here, I know dark gold was one of them, soft orange gray, I think it's the medium red or the medium red orange. Was it? Yeah, there's a green in here too.
I think we have the dark brown is the darkest color.
That's right, dark brown. Dark gold.
The, soft orange gray.
The medium.
I think it's red brown.
Red brown, that's exactly what it is. It's red brown and then soft orange brown. So, gorgeous, gorgeous. Again, any 5 colors, whether you wanted to use Shibui, Biche and Buche, Tin Silk Mohair. You could honestly use Surrey if you wanted to. As long as you did the lace weight Surrey, you'd be totally fine doing that. The one fun thing about mohair, if you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that much of a mohair shawl, because it's double-stranded mohair, it's actually a lot easier to work with. People don't quite realize that, but when you hold the 2 strands of mohair together, they kind of stick to each other, and it makes it a little bit thicker and easier to work with. So if you don't like working with mohair by itself, you might like it double-stranded, just with itself. So again, Rain or Shine by Stephen West in mohair, Biche and Buche mohair. Why don't you share your finished object for the trail?
Okay. So we're going to talk about this yarn in a minute.
Yes.
This was a shop sample that I knit up real quick because it was just too fun and exciting to not. This is the Oksa. It's a Caitlin Hunter pattern.
Yeah.
She released both a sweater version of this kind of motif with beautiful floats along the front that create this neat texture. There's a sweater version and obviously a hat version. So I knit this guy up. I did do a little bit of modifying the pattern just to make it work with the 2 skeins of yarn that I was trying to use. So it is meant to be much more of a slouchy beanie style.
It's not like, I mean,
It's
like,
not-
it
it's not
depends
a-
on your head. Like, I
Yeah.
still have some slouch, but I could also pull it way
Yeah.
down and not really have slouch. And that's how I'm usually going to wear a hat anyway,
Yeah.
because I don't wear hats for style. I wear them for warmth. This is going to be so cozy, though.
Yeah. So it's got a nice folded over brim. So you work the, you end up, I think, right, for the most part, you're knitting it, you knit part of it inside out, I guess is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, words. So you end up knitting it like this, doing your motif, and then ribbing so that it fits and snugs up really nicely against your head on that inside of the fold over brim. And then you're working that kind of slip stitch texture to get a reverse garter stitch over there and those beautiful slip stitch columns.
Yeah, the columns really make it
Excuse me.
really fun.
So,
It's a little bit darker yarn, so it's a little bit harder to tell on camera.
Yeah.
It really pops, though, in person.
yeah.
So
And this is going to be a new to us yarn / it's new in general.
it is very new in general.
Yeah, as I was starting this one, it was a nice little adventure into, this is one of the first times I think I've gone in to like put my project notes in and the yarn is not there yet. I was like, all right, well, here we go.
Yep.
So, yeah. Caitlin Hunter, the Oksa hat.
And the yarn is from Biche and Buche, and we'll be chatting about that in a moment.
Yes.
Quickly moving on to some works in progress for us. I'm only going to share 2 new ones that I know I've cast on since, yes, I know I'm supposed to be working through my whips. I know.
But,
I haven't.
I mean,
It's fine.
you got the one that's, it's a sample.
It is going to be a sample, and I really enjoy color work, and I just, if you won't be able to tell, I really enjoy color work, so I have a lot of color work going on. I will have to say I've reached the boring part of this knit now, and so this one's slowed way down, but I cast on a new sample of the Soldanta crop. So we have a Soldanta crop here in the store. It is done in some Hedgehog and Ching fiber and some, maybe more Hedgehog. But wanted to freshen it up a little bit. This is all done out of Red Stag Fiber Estate DK. This will be in the store for a little while once I get it done. Plus, then it will probably go on to Red Stag Fiber for trunk shows. But it's a fun pattern. If you guys haven't, I know if you have started watching the podcast for any length of time, for a very long time, I was knit a pattern once. And now I've knit a couple things twice. It's kind of weird, but it's fun. I have noticed I've knit different sizing in things. So like I've knit a Vertices Unite large. Now I'm knitting a Vertices Unite small. I knit the smallest size of the Soldanta crop the first time because I was much skinnier. And now I'm knitting like the size 3, I think. 3 or 4. This is Welsh Slate on for my main color, and then we have Pine down here, Isle of Harris, and Perpod. One of the reasons why I also did this one is because this was all leftover bits that we had in the back, and so it's like, let's use up some leftovers, and it's working out just perfectly. So, yeah. Soldanta Crop by Caitlin Hunter. And I will make it short. I'm not gonna extend the body or anything like that.
I feel like I need to just keep this Caitlin Hunter thing going for a little bit.
Yeah, because then mine is also Caitlin, so yeah, we're just
Caitlin Hunter hat, Caitlin Hunter sweater number 1.
Yes, true.
Caitlin Hunter sweater number 2. As soon as I can untangle my mess over here. There we go. So I am still plugging away at my Briar and Bramble.
Such a happy color.
It's so happy. Guys, my Gauge has kicked my butt on this one. So I actually haven't touched it in a couple days, and I need to pick it back up because the deadline is fast approaching.
Yeah.
But I do really enjoy this yarn, and I love how it works up in this texture. I love this pattern. I really do. This is the most I think I've struggled with, like, Gauge on a project recently that it kicked my butt. It just did.
Yeah, it happens. It just does.
So I am, working through. Oh God, what's happening? Sorry, I have my needle with its Scooby-Doo is shoved through the sleeve. It looks ridiculous, but. This is one that I will have done, hopefully, by the next time we podcast. I am debating. So my original thought is this sweater, she designed it to do embroidery along the bottom of the collar. And now I'm at the point where I'm debating if I want embroidery, if I want to go for my original plan and do some white kind of daisies. Because I just feel like this is the perfect center of a daisy yellow. Mm. I also had the harebrained idea that I am not super great at embroidery, so I don't know why I would try this, but I was like, what if I did, especially on the back where you've got a bigger little panel of stockinette to do your embroidery on? I was like, what if I just did a little row of tiny mushrooms?
Oh, that would be cute.
And made a little mushroomy garden scheme. Go very cottagecore with it.
Yes.
So, yeah. Next time, it'll be done. Maybe I'll wear it. We'll see.
Because we won't podcast again until after Yarn Trail because we will be exhausted and extremely busy because I keep saying we're open for 10 days straight, but that's as of Friday. I've forgotten to count,
our
Tuesday,
normal,
Wednesday,
hours
Thursday.
leading up to it.
So we're open for 13 days straight as of yesterday.
This is our Yarn Store Marathon.
Yes, it is. It is. So all the caffeine and good vibes our way for sure. Continuing on to another Caitlin Hunter pattern. This is the Caitlin show, apparently. If you guys watched our live Tuesday, it was the Hohi show, unintentionally. But, we love our designers. So this is the Caitlin Hunter Ninilchik Swancho. I am adoring this. You might know this is kind of a whip because I had started it. In fact, I think I still have my original. I haven't ripped it all the way out. I can't. Forget it. But I had started this in some different colors. I still was using the 2 shades of brown, but then I switched out my main and one of the accent colors. So this is a beautiful colorwork pattern, and it is a Swancho, so it's basically a poncho with sleeves. I had steamed down to about this point, and then here hasn't been steamed out, so that's why it looks so funky. But I am loving this. So my main color is new yarn from Moondrake. This is her, what does actually she call it?
Pretty sure she just calls it Tweedy DK.
Yeah, Tweedy DK. In the colorway Grim. Pretty sure this is going to sell out.
Grim is gone.
That's true. We did sell it. We have sold it. I didn't take it all. Okay, I promise. I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, Grim, and then I have Forged Steel as this beautiful steely gray blue. And then we have Succulent Garden from Forged Steel is Red Stag Fibre on Estate DK. Then we have Sunken Treasure from Chelsea Luxe and Sunflower from Chelsea Luxe. And I'm loving it. It's like neutrals and navy and gray, and it's beautiful. So I'm knitting the small medium poncho. It'll still be plenty big. There's basically small medium and large extra large for the Swancho. And again, Swancho is super oversized and forgiving, so you'll be able to easily knit one of those sizes. I know for the small, you need 1 skein each of your contrast color and 4 of your main color. I believe, you might not quote me on this, but I believe it's 5 of your main color. And I think 1 of your contrast colors you need a second skein for the large, extra large. Could be wrong, but it does list it all out in the pattern. This is the back. I've got short row shaping. This is the front. And I'm loving it. I love color work. And I love Caitlin Hunter patterns. So I'm almost through with, she breaks it up into like, I think 4 or 5 different charts. I'm almost through with this 4th chart. I have another increase round, another chart. And then I think I separate for the sleeves and just continue on with body. Once I separate, I will probably go ahead and do the sleeves because since it's a Swancho, the sleeves are basically from the lower elbow to the wrist. So they're like 8 inches, maybe 9 inches. And I'm pretty sure it's straight ribbing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like those are ones that have a lot of ribbing.
Yeah.
Which is nice because then you can fold it.
Yeah, you can fold it up, and that will be decent yarn trail knitting if I have a chance to do any knitting. This, by the way, is the glorious Grim.
And while we don't have the DK anymore, or the Tweedy DK, we do have that on a different base.
Yeah, we do have it in the sport that we'll show you.
Sitting over here next to me
if you love this color.
Pretty.
And I'm sure I can get some more of this in if we have lots of requests. So let's get started with all the yarn. Oh, let's share. I forgot.
I've got 2 more whips in here, but
yes.
I'm gonna go real quick because we got a lot. We got
so
multiple
much.
tables next to us.
Yes.
So, okay, we'll start with this one because it's got the color work. Since we're on a color work bag, I have, I think since I showed this last time, I have separated for the sleeves.
Yes, you've made good
Knit a
progress on that.
sleeve. I'm working through the body. This is my Buffalo Rose pullover by KC Knitting Co. Carol Chan. I'm in love.
It is really pretty.
This yoke was a labor of love, but now that I am through said yoke and it's just speeding right along, I'm so excited to have it done. It's going to be maybe one of the warmest sweaters I own, so I won't be able to wear it for a hot minute, but a hot minute. Pun was not intended, but we're rolling with it.
Yes.
So, yep, this one's another test knit. All 3 of my whips are test knits. But
Are we surprised?
No. The pattern should be, I think, releasing in the next couple of weeks. Potentially by the time we film the next podcast. So,
It's true.
yep. There's that. And then, okay, last one. Also separated for sleeves. Getting off of, or getting to and then right off of Sleeve Island with this one. This is my Allie's Tee by Sarah Opie of S.Knits. It is going to be a nice little short sleeve tee. I'm working on the body. The sleeves are done. It is very scrunched up, so I promise it actually does fit me. I tried it on a couple times, and it's a little less ease than I normally do, but I'm actually very excited because it fits really nicely. So far it is just a plain body with these pretty little contrast cuffs. And this is Cake Wool Co. And then my contrast is some Explorer Knits Big Bend that I had in my stash. So I am about to, along the waist is a bunch of color work, using that contrast color again, and these really pretty diamond shapes. So I actually started it and then tinked it back out because I realized after a try-on that I wanted more length. So I am right at the point where I need to add that color back in and keep going.
Yay.
So those are my whips. Let's talk yarn.
Ooh, excuse me.
Not that we haven't been doing that already.
I'm going to fall asleep on those. Okay. So,
my brain immediately goes to, are you not entertained?
yes, I am entertained. I've just also been awake since
That'll do it.
4:15. So I'm getting up earlier because we're walking before CrossFit now. That's fun.
Oh, dang. Okay.
It's fine. first off, because this is real easy, we are stocking the awesome Gigi Yarn collaboration with Unique Earth Yarns. So they released a really fun Gigi orange in collaboration with Gay Gillespie, Gigi, the iconic orange lady on Instagram. It's a real fun, subtle, orangey red stripe. We have these in stock. They are going fairly quickly, but we do have them. Yep. Along with the other Unique sock sets. We got restocked in quite a few of them in the past like 2 weeks. So if you're looking for the little sock sets, they actually changed the packaging a little bit. I really like it. It's a little bit more compact, and I feel like the balls around just a wee bit tighter, which is really nice. But yeah, we have these available, ready to ship. These are kind of new for Yarn Show. We've had them for a little bit, but I just wanted to remind we still have some contrast books available. We also are getting in the Salt and Timber books that we finally got our shipping notification. I don't know why it was so delayed, but those will be shipping out shortly. And then, of course, you can also pre-order Lina issue 15. They've revamped the look of it, which is super exciting. And one of our favorite designers, Stephen West. We have a whole box, we actually got 2 boxes in, of painting shawls. So if you missed out on our first pre-order, we were able to get another one. So this isn't a pre-order. We have them in person. You can take a look at. Highly recommend it, especially if you've gotten any of his books. Just start a little library collection. There's so many good ones. Plus there is a Ravelry code if you want to download the digital copies. So there's that. Back to socks.
Yeah.
Why don't you show the...
Okay.
So this is something new in store for us. It's fairly new in the U.S. This brand has been out in the UK, not UK, Europe general area for a few months now. But look, we have gradient socks. You guys, these are like a slow gradient, kind of along the same vein of like a Shirley Bryan deconstructed sock set. Obviously, the Shirley Bryan sock sets are more speckled and a little bit more, I hate to use the word fluid, but they're a little more gradient. These are still slightly color blocked, but they're still more gradient than like the earth striped sock sets, you know. Loving this. So while yes, you can use them for socks, I'm also thinking things like the TBD shawl. The TBD is from Espace Tricot. The funnel cake sweater. Doing gradient fadey bits in sweaters for contrast colors, things like that. So we have, let me show some of these as well. We have some beautiful sets. These are called Echoes by Gusto Wool. Gusto Wool is its own yarn company, but it is also what would you call it? Not parent company, but
affiliated.
It's affiliated. It's by the same owners of Earth Yarn, but it is a separate. It's not Earth brand. It's Gusto. So this is Echoes. This is colorway 1514. These beautiful mauves, and then it fades into like the golds and the greens, and then in the blues. Really pretty.
This is 1509. Beautiful orange, navy, some kind of taupey beige in there too. A little bit of cream.
I snagged one of those.
I was gonna say there was once upon a time where Sharon was knitting something with this, but
yes,
we will wait and see.
I got sidetracked a little bit, but stay tuned. This one's like super manly. I like this one. You've got the browns, you've got some like deep blue and green, and then a little pop of yellow.
And this is actually that colorway.
Yeah, so this is what that looks like. This is colorway 1516.
We've got a really pretty earth tone palette. This is 1513. Gorgeous kind of harvest colors with some beautiful grays and browns in there too.
For my neutral lovers.
Sorry, I just hit the top. My bad.
No, it's all right. This is basically a fade black to white. Love it. This is 1511.
Got 1518. Really vibrant purples, yellows, and kind of that deep gold green.
Another one that I love. This is black to gray to bright blues to deep blues. Love this one. This is 1508.
1501. Really vibrant blues, yellows, orange, green, even some like little bits of navy in there too.
That one's like a colorful oceanscape.
Yeah.
Then this one for my pink and brights lovers. This is 1502. You've got the pinks, you've got the magentas, you've got some pastel, you've got some bright neon. It's a happy singing.
Unicorns.
Very, yes, unicorn fade for sure.
1506 is beautiful bright blue and green with a little bit of purple and brown as well in there. Real pretty.
I don't know why, but I think of dinosaurs every time I see that one.
I see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Lastly for me, this is 1505. This is a real pretty, this is kind of summery. You've got the blues, you've got a little yellow and green, and then a beautiful, very warm orangey red.
And then last one, 1512, is this really pretty, really pretty combination of rich greens and then lots of brights in there. This feels like a garden.
I was about to say,
just
it's very garden,
full bloom,
wildflower kind of vibe. Okay, moving on. We have a fresh restock of Shibui because it's still 100 degrees here. So it's never too late to knit with linen or linen silk. So we restocked the entire palette of reed and Koan. I'm going to go through the palette of reed real quick. So if you're wanting to make reed, maybe you're in a little bit cooler climate and you are wanting to make it a little more 3-season wear, hold a strand of mohair with your reed. It softens it up and it makes the most luxurious, warm yet breathable item of clothing ever. I have 2 sweaters that I knit. The tilled sweater with a strand of mohair, a strand of reed, and then the gracious sweater with a strand of mohair, a strand of reed. Love both of them. You can wear it in the summer and feel good in air conditioning, or you can make it 3-season wear. So running through colors real quick. This is ash. So reed is 100% linen, chainette design, so it's never going to split on you. This is velvet. Because it's a chainette design also, it is basically pre-worked, so the crunchiness is gone, which is really nice. Basic white. Caffeine. Caffeine is a colorway that's been discontinued on reed, so when it's gone, it is gone. Really good though. This is Majesty. Really nice lilac. Of course, black. This is Tar. Dark charcoal. Then we have Blueprint, matches my shirt. Blueprint, of course, everyone's favorite Pollen. This is Trellis, nice green. Suit, really nice navy blue. Canary. This is Lotus, nice pretty pink. And lastly, Bone, nice beige, creamy beige. So that was all the reed colorways. Now we're going into Koan. So Koan is 30% mulberry silk and 70% linen.
So a lot of the same colors, but we'll go through them quick. We've got Lotus, Canary, Pollen, Trellis, Pacific, and Crete.
Both of those we only have on Koan. We don't have on reed, by the way.
Yeah. Real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Blueprint, Suit, that really rich dark navy.
Mm-hmm.
Majesty, Bone, Ash, Tar, and Abyss.
Yes, I don't know why I said black earlier, by the way. It's Abyss. That's what it's called. All right, so that's our new Shibui.
Just a happy rainbow.
Very happy rainbow. We did post about it a couple weeks back, but we did bring this in for Yarn Trail, so super, super exciting. Why don't we run through the La Petite real quick?
Yes.
So we, like we mentioned earlier, we restocked La Petite and the Mohair. I did not bring all the Mohair over, but we've restocked so many of the Mohairs and their classic colors. There are a couple new ones to match some of the new colors we did get in with the La Petite as well.
We've got soft gray beige.
This is soft blue green. This is one of the newer colors, and I believe we also got the matching Mohair.
We've got light gray. I think we had that before.
Yeah, this is gray melange, so this has like gray and cream and a little brown in it. You'll notice they're moving away from the hanks into the balls. It's a way they can reduce costs without passing on rising costs to you guys.
Dark gold. Beautiful color.
Medium gray, great neutral.
Dark burgundy gray. It's like super dark burgundy. It's not coming across super well on here.
It photographs horribly. Soft blue black. This is another one that's might not get all the richness, but this is one of my favorites.
Rose gray is one of their new colorways. Really beautiful mauve.
I'm going to show these together because they're very, very subtly different. So this is white. This is off-white. Next to each other on camera, you can see a very subtle difference. And next to each other, like in natural light, you can see a very subtle difference. But it's very, very slight. They don't like bleach the white, so it's not a stark, stark white. It's just a little bit lighter than the off-white.
Got soft gold.
Love that one.
It's really beautiful.
Gray beige, classic.
We've got medium peach,
That's also
which is
pretty.
a little bit softer in person.
Yeah.
Just really pretty.
Again, one that doesn't photograph super well, unfortunately. This is soft green gray. Loving it.
Very, very subtle. When I was putting stuff into inventory, I looked at that one and I was like, it's like an optical illusion. My brain is telling me there's green and I can kind of see the green, but if I look directly for the green, I don't see it.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that way.
And soft pink gray is our last newbie.
So we have, like I said, the mohairs to match most of those, and then restocking some of the other mohairs. A few were still out of stock, but we restocked as much as we could. While we're still on Biche and Buche, let me show you the new yarn that we showed in the sample. I know you almost forgot.
I almost did.
So
put on the hat
the
for this.
new yarn is called Le Coton Alpaca. So it is a beautiful blend of 66% GOTS, that's GOTS certified organic cotton, paired with 34% super fine alpaca, which gives you that beautiful little halo. It does have some thick, thin spots in its chainette, but it's pretty much relatively a DK weight. I would say DK to light worsted, you could easily substitute this in your patterns. So for colors, we have soft gray beige. It's a much more limited palette, by the way. And I don't think I grabbed all the colors that we do have, by the way, so check it out on our website. This is beige. I believe that was dark brown.
This is dark brown.
Yeah. This is soft dark gray. And the cool part is you all see that cream cotton core in all of them. This is medium gray blue. Lighter version of that. Then we have light gray blue. This one's real pretty. Dark green gray. Then gray brown. And lastly, rose gray. Like I said, there's a couple other colors I didn't grab from the back, but you will see them all on our website. Yay!
We've got a happy rainbow of Moondrake.
Yes, and I have more Moondrake right here.
Perfect.
So, we'll make this quick, but we're getting in 2 bases from Moondrake, which we're relaunching in our store. We had Moondrake for a while, about a year ago, I guess, and then it sold out, and we just didn't, or almost sold out. We had like 2 old skeins left, but didn't get around to reordering. And
Actually sold last week, so.
That's true. So, yeah, we got more Moondrake in. It's so exciting. She dyed up a palette of custom custom variegateds for us, which is super, super fun. And then we have tonals in the soft sport and the Tweedy DK. So, let's get started.
Yeah, why don't we go?
What do you
let's do
wanna go
variegateds first.
Okay.
So there's only, I think, 10 of those.
Yeah, and I'm, again, not 100% sure I grabbed them all. But this is Cold Mountain River. Love
Beautiful
this.
color.
Thunderstorm. Nice neutrals.
Love, love, love.
There's so many sport weight patterns right now, too. This is Berry Smoothie. Electric Peony. Super soft, but fun and vibrant. Neon City. This is Misty Flower Garden.
This one,
Yeah.
it's just.
This is Rose Gold. Love this. This is Sandy Moss. And then, not a sport weight. This is on her classic merino linen. This is a custom color she dyed for us. This is called Oklahoma City. We've restocked it, and we have quite a bit of this. So this is a beautiful fingering weight custom color for us as well. Again, on the merino linen. So it's fingering weight, single ply style, 90% merino and 10% linen. So we have that fully restocked.
And then we got a rainbow of the solids.
Yes.
So, I'm going to show you both Tweedy and Sport together. The colors are pretty much the same. There's a slight difference, but barely noticeable. So we've got Electric Berry.
Love
Started
that.
off real vibrant.
This is Rose Quartz. Super soft pink colorway. Really, really pretty.
Plum.
Sorry. Yeah.
Plum is here. Beautiful, rich purple.
This is Slate. Beautiful gray with almost a hint of a brown undertone. It's really, really pretty.
We've got Blue Slate. Beautiful denim. Love that on the tweed especially.
This is Sand. Really super soft beige. Really, really love that, especially on the Tweedy.
So we have this on Sport as well. We just have the tweed over here.
Yeah.
But this is Benny. Beautiful, rich, scarlet red.
This is Prada Blue, one of her classic colorways. We have it on both the Sport and the DK.
I love that tweed. This is Dusty Rose. Really beautiful, cool pink.
Yeah, it definitely has a cool undertone. This is Toffee. Love this. Beautiful, rich brown.
Blue Sage, which you already know is like my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Lichen. I'm loving this. It's really pretty.
You're liking it?
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Lichen.
Clearly, I'm very caffeinated this morning because the puns are just flying. And then this is Grim on the Sport base.
Yes.
And I do think we have, I want to say we have a light gray color that's very, very close to sand in the back also.
And it's called light gray.
Yes.
So just a little bit cooler than sand.
Oh my gosh, did we make it?
I think we made it almost through. We've got these. So
Can we do that real quick?
We can. We have plenty of time.
Good on time today.
We did. So we, of course, carry wax and wool candles. And we got in their summer collection a while back, and we still have some of the summer collection. But then we also just got in the fall collection. So I'm going to share both of them with you guys.
Start with summer?
Yes, we'll start with summer. I'm just going to sit here and sniff them all.
Yeah, I do.
Baja Cactus is part of the summer collection. It's very, very refreshing. I don't even know how you would describe it, but it's super soft and refreshing. I love it.
We have Palo Santo and Patchouli.
That's lovely. I love that.
So good. Normally I'm not a patchouli fan, but this works.
Endless Summer. It's very much like clean linen outdoors with a little, probably a touch of like citronella, but not overly citrusy at all. We've burned this here in the shop, and it's very refreshing as well.
I've got the last summer.
Yeah. Then this is Coconut Bliss. It's very nice. It's not overly coconut.
Yeah.
It's not like a pina colada or anything. This is just very mildly coconut, which is real nice. Of course, we've also restocked all the, are we? What are we missing? Oh, yeah. We've restocked all of the classic scents and the men's scents as well. So like tobacco and leather, rosemary, grapefruit, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay, guys.
Oh,
This is Benny on Sport. It was sitting on the floor behind me.
It must have fallen down. So this is Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves is so nice. There's like a hint of like brown sugar and crispness in the air, and I just love it. It's amazing. It definitely smells like you're walking through the leaves in the forest.
Like I said, this is sweater weather.
Sweater weather is cool.
Beautiful custom like sweater weather stick on there too.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it's warm, cozy scent, but like
almost like a hint of cedar kind of maybe in there.
Yeah.
Like a cedar chest for your woolens. Nice. Pumpkin spice. And I actually really like this one because I normally hate all the pumpkin smell candles. But this is much more like nutmeg, allspice, like actual. This smells like pumpkin pie filling versus like a fake pumpkin spice latte. Sorry to say, I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. They're bleh. But I like this candle. It's definitely like ginger, snappy, spicy kind of pumpkin spice.
Spiced cider. This is so good. Like it is.
It is good.
It's like true good. This is one of those things I'm a little bit of a snob about is cider. Like I remember coming down here and getting a jug of like completely clear cider from the grocery store, and I was like, that doesn't count.
That's not real.
But this, it smells like a really wonderful hot cup of spiced cider in like a orchard in New England.
So this is cinnamon chai. This is very much cinnamon chai. Like when you make a cup of chai tea, this is the smell. It's very, very nice. Obviously, if you like chai. If you don't, then don't buy this one. Yeah, you know.
And then lastly, from the collection is Amber Twilight. This is a wonderful, like,
this is my favorite.
Musky amber. Definitely got some, like, kind of like a cedar wood. Like, it's wonderful.
Okay.
It's a crisp fall morning.
It's a crisp fall morning walking next to someone that walked into a Hollister from the 90s. Okay, dating myself, obviously, but you know that smell when you walked by the mall and you were like, oh, it's very rich. Obviously, if you liked it, you would like it. If you don't, then don't.
This is one that I think it's
like
so
this
good.
one.
I would love it even more burning that candle.
Yeah.
And the scent you would get. I see Linda about to walk in the door.
Okay, so that is pretty much it. And we have wrapped up everything that we are doing here on the podcast for the yarn trail. So, hi. Stay tuned for updates, and we'll see you maybe a little bit tired and exhausted. But after the trail, hopefully we'll see you on the trail. Happy crafting, you guys. Bye.
Toodles.